Hello, good morning to everyone. So let's have our daily briefing for today. And just a quick market recap on yesterday's sales for Germany, yearly basis for the month of July. So the previous data was 6.5%, and the market forecast 3.7. And for the actual data, did not beat the market forecast. It was negative 0.3%. So followed by the manufacturing PMI for Germany as well for the month of August. So the previous and the market forecast still the same at 62.7. And the actual data, it was lower at 62.6. Followed by the manufacturing PMI for UK for the month of August. So previous and forecast, same at 60.1. And for the actual data, it was slightly higher than the forecast at 60.3. So let's take a look on the pound dollar yesterday, right after the data for UK. So as you can see here, the pound dollar had a choppy range around the 1.3760 and down to 1.3640. But during the whole session, as you can see here, the price goes up all the way to 1.3790 due to the bad data for the US last night. And also the ADP, employment change for US for the month of August. So the previous data was 326K and forecasted at 613K. But for the actual data, did not beat the market forecast. So the actual was 374,000. So on the dollar index, as you can see here, the dollar index had a sharp decline from 92.65 down to 92.40 due to the ADP data. A lot of currencies were benefited from this one, like Euro USD, Pound Dollar, and the rest of other currencies. And followed by the manufacturing PMI for the month of August for Canada. So the previous data was 56.2 and a market forecast at 56.4. And the actual data, it was 57.2. So it beats the market forecast. Followed by the manufacturing PMI for US for the month of August. So the previous and the market forecast, same at 61.2. And the actual data was lower at 61.1. And also we have the weekly crude oil stocks change. So the previous data was negative 2.979 million and the market forecast at negative 3.088 million. And for the actual data, it was negative 7.169 million. And for today's economic data, during the Asian session, we have trade balance for Australia, monthly basis for the month of July. So the previous data was 10.496 million and forecasted at 10.200 million. And the release time earlier, 9:30 a.m. So for the actual data, it was higher. The actual data was 12.117 million. But however, this data did not create any market reaction after the release. So during the European session, 2:30 p.m. we have retail sales for Switzerland, yearly basis for the month of July, and 3 p.m. we have GDP for Switzerland as well, yearly basis for the second quarter. And for the US session, we have the weekly initial jobless claims. And for our key product for today, still we have the USD against Canadian dollar. So if you can still remember, last Tuesday, I mentioned that the USD CAD is approaching its key resistance level and it could form a bearish potential from here. But personal opinion, I'm closely monitoring on the daily time frame and the weekly time frame as well. So first on the daily time frame, let me just pull out my pen right here. So on the daily time frame, it's still supported by an uptrend line right here. But if we can see 2 or 3 consecutive bearish candles below the uptrend line, it could definitely change the direction of this pair. So it could be a sign of bearish potential from here, just in case the price drops, and we can see a two or three consecutive bearish candles from here. But as of this moment, the price of the USD CAD on the daily time frame is still supported at this uptrend line right here, and also the weekly time frame. Okay, so the weekly time frame, based on the structure, the USD CAD still needs to go up for about 100 plus pips to reach the resistance level. So the last time the price of the USD CAD touched this level was last month, and prior to this month, or right here, the last time they've had 1.28 or 1.27 level was year October 2017. So right here on the weekly time frame, if the price of the USD CAD goes up for about 100 plus pips, and let's say the price consolidated at this range, and we can see a lot of rejection candles from here, definitely we can trade this pair on the bearish setup or sell position right here. But as of this moment, the price of the USD CAD on the Asian session still at 1.2630. So the price needs to go up for 100 plus pips to reach the 1.27 and 1.28 territory. So for the weekly support for the USD CAD, so weekly support at 1.2577 and 1.2517, and for the resistance 1.2770 and 1.2030. So again, during the European session, we have to focus on the retail sales and GDP for Switzerland. And US session, we have the weekly initial jobless claims later at 8:30 p.m. All right, so thank you everyone for joining our daily briefing today. Please stay safe and have a great day.